Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Got a comment from a viewer who said that he thought that this looked yellow, more yellow than green or something to that effect. And I thought the exact same thing. At least in the video it did. Maybe the color correction in my camera isn't 100% correct. However, if you compare it to yellow, then suddenly it does look green. Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised that this paint, I just checked it here about 5-10 minutes ago, and I thought that, it would have completely solidified. It's not. I'm wondering if possibly I could maybe salvage this by adding a little bit of Mr. Color leveling fluid to it. Anyway. Okay, let's carry on this morning. I did find the blue paint we need to paint the push rods. These ones right here are they've got to be painted, and then there's going to be 6 more in step where are we here? We're in step 42, but in step 43 we got to cut another 6 push rods, and we'll do them all at the same time. I think I'll just do it with a brush. I'm not going to spray it. Yeah, and then where the Chris's alligator clips have been fastening on, I'm gonna have to touch up there with a brush. I think I'll just quickly do that sort of thing off camera and get it done. Whoops. Did I break it? I hope I didn't break it. No, I didn't break it. That's good. Maybe I should, as long as I got it off of there, I'm going to have to paint it later anyway. These things are so, here, this hand works better. These things are so flimsy, very, very delicate, easily broken. Somebody sent me a URL of a video of somebody else who had done this ship about a year ago, and he was talking about the engine, and he had shown where the different aspects of it. He'd done a beautiful job on it. He'd weathered it, and it almost looked like it could have been the real thing. Anyway, that comment had been dumped into my hold for review box. Remember I was talking about that before, that YouTube will... Okay, so when I went to approve it, it disappeared. So I don't know, I think it was, it wasn't Brian. One of the other viewers that used to comment off and on. Anyway, if you can resend that was a very good URL, and I'll try and be a little bit more careful, I guess, when I'm... Yeah, it's funny, YouTube won't always, sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. They will allow a comment that has a URL, like a link, they'll allow it to come up right away, but most of the time they don't. So I guess there's a reason for that. Because I never said anything, I'm just letting YouTube do their thing. Okay, enough here. Let's carry on. I think I'm just going to quickly go ahead now and touch up where we need to, and I'm going to leave these pieces on the fret until we actually need them. So I think they're probably going to be a lot safer there, and then we'll cut them off as we need them. And they're the taps that go on these terribly delicate little things. Oh, that's what I was going to say. In that video that guy did a year ago, and was talking about his engine, he was mentioning how these taps are extremely hard to put on. They have to just be precariously balanced on the Anyway, we'll talk about that. My goodness, should I reshoot this? This is a terrible opening. Mind you, lately a lot of them have been. I apologize to those people who I have offended with my insect show yesterday. I'm noticing our little beetle is still alive here. So or no, it wasn't a beetle. It was a weevil. Can you see him there? Yeah, you can see him moving in the tin. Apparently they live for about half a year, and I've been feeding and watering them. So, okay. Oh, yeah. I'm going to just shut everything down here and touch these up where they need to be. There's only about 4 or 5 of them at the most. Okay, let's go. I'm guessing about 5 or 6 minutes ago, Missy heads off down the road with Max in tow. So I guess we're going to be having a visitor. I went outside and I checked to make sure that the chairs were not wet. And yeah, they seem to be a little bit better today. In fact, they weren't wet at all. Okay. Now, these ones here, where they're stuck into the block there, into the double-sided tape, that's where they're actually going to plug into the motor, so I don't think we need to worry about having to paint those. Very carefully here. Oh, they're here. I'll be right there. Good morning, Missy. Good morning. Yes, how are you this morning? Was that a good one? Is that a good flavor? I don't know which one that was. It was either bacon or peanut butter.
You gonna keep me warm?
It's a little nicer this morning, isn't it?
Yeah, a little cool. Should wear my best.
Okay, here we go.
The beagle has landed.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
How was your night?
It was good. It was good. Yeah, it was good.
There's not many people out and about this fine Sunday morning.
Well, is it, it's not the long weekend. That was last weekend, wasn't it?
It's supposed to be 29 today, 30 tomorrow, 30 the next day,
Isn't that something?
30 again in a couple of days. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, it couldn't be better. Yeah, it's going to be just wonderful September so far.
Yeah, it's going to be good for motorcycling.
That's right. I was thinking about that. I think I'm going to shoot off an email to Bill's Honda and ask them if they accept trades, if you trade up.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to know.
Yeah.
It'll help with decision making.
It'll be a lot easier than if a person had to try and sell what you've got.
Yes.
And then mess around with somebody you don't know.
Yes, that's right.
a big yawn. Did you not get enough sleep? Hey, did you not get enough sleep? Hey?
Sometimes they yawn when they're excited.
Oh, are you excited, Missy?
Oh, sitting on Uncle Ron's lap. This is the big time.
Well, you know, I gotta turn the camera off because my arm is getting tired and starting to tremble, actually.
And she's bearing up and down the street. The sheriff is on duty.
The sheriff is on duty? Huh? Are you on duty, Missy? Huh? Okay. Yeah, okay. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Very carefully here now. All right. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah, we were removing little parts here. These are the ones we're going to have to paint blue. I do have the blue paint here. And at least that's the one that Trumpeter calls for. I was going to leave these in here, wasn't I? Now these ones here, they're going to be a bit of a challenge to put on. I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to go. And once again, I think that rather than try and stick the tap onto the stem, I should have my macro lens on because this is just way too small to see. But rather than stick the tap on the stem, I should maybe be laying the tap down flat on something and try and, I think you know what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Okay. Now this one here with the wheel, yes, I know I got red paint on the shaft and that other part that's not supposed to be like that, so we'll have to paint over that. But I think the wheel came out really well. Okay, let's put our macro lens on just for the fun of it here. And all right. Now this one here, we don't need to paint where the clip is holding on because that's a positioning peg that actually plugs into a place here on the motor, so we don't need to worry about that. And this one here though is a different story. Like what I'll do is I'll just put a clip on here and just transfer very gently. Okay, that should make it easy to paint. Okay, I got a fly flying around here. Where's my insect aspirator? There, you can see where it has to be painted there. I think that once the paint dries, we're not even going to notice that. Okay, well, is there any others? I don't think so. Oh, this one here, this little guy. You know what I've been meaning to do with Chris's alligator clips here is soldering the end and then grinding the point down so that when I dig it into the sponge here, it doesn't catch. Okay, now this one here, I do believe that where the alligator clip is hanging onto it, that is actually gets plugged into the I can't talk and work at the same time. Anyway, it gets plugged into somewhere here on the motor. I believe it's right there. Yeah, these things are going to actually look pretty good, you know, up against that light green. yellow-green. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. Okay, I keep saying let's put the macro lens on and do something. I think just for the fun of it, maybe I should see if I can do the hardest first, which is going to be get these taps mounted on these stems. Okay. Now, I want to get as close as I can to the tap. Now, is this going to ping off on me? I better put my finger over it. Yeah, I'm sorry to be blocking your vision like that, but if this ends up on the floor, my chances of finding it are pretty small. I might have got a little bit too close to the tap on that one. Oop. Don't want to lose these. My fingers are sticking to it. Maybe what I should do is get the wax pencil and put those into the tin right away here. So why am I not doing it? Oh, I scraped some of the paint off on that one, didn't I? Well, yeah, I'll have to do a little touch-up maybe, but the thing is, it's 99% painted, so... Okay, we got our tin. Okay, they're safe. Now our sunrise this morning, it was very hazy, or was it smoky? I'm not sure, but at least we could see it. And also, a little bit later, our faithful walkers showed up. They came, and they left. Yeah, we can count on them. We can't count on this being able to see the sunrise, but we can count on the walkers. Now what we have to try to do here was something that I can point with that's really pointy. Okay, the tap has to be on this piece that's angled like this, not on the one that's straight out. As near as I can tell, what happened was you turn the tap. This end here would be connected to into the motor, and then I guess the pressure, or maybe excess diesel fuel, maybe it can be pushed off the top of the cylinder. That's what I'm thinking this is all about, because obviously when you open the tap right here, whatever is going to be coming up here and pushing out there. Now you wouldn't want to be standing right behind that, would you? Maybe I've got this wrong. Now I think that rather than trying to put a drop of where's my pointy thing again? Okay, rather than trying to put a drop of CA on here, I should put it on right there, and then try and hold on to this and just touch it right in the center here. You know, I almost need my microscope for this. I could probably do it better if I used my microscope, but then I don't know if I could show you me doing it. Because let's get this in the center here. Man, it's pretty close as it is. Okay, I'm going to use Tony's tweezers here to... Okay, so the idea would be to put the droplet on the end there and then try and touch it very carefully. Well, there, it sort of sticks as it is, but that's just because the paint is a little bit sticky. But, yeah, I think I could probably do a better job with the microscope. Okay, I'm going to try it without the microscope first. And this is the plan. Okay, what I've got here is the new CA glue that we bought about a month ago. I'm just going to put a little drop right in the middle there, so I can dip, you might say. That should work. Now this is the thick. Got to pick this up. Don't want to be scratching it. Okay, I'm going to have to reposition this off camera. Okay, as you can see here, I'm using Tony's tweezers because they hold on to something like this better. You know what? I've got my wrong glasses on. I'm going to have to push stop because I've dropped my little plastic part here somewhere. Oh no. Okay, I found it. It was on the in the shadow of this piece of plywood that I'm using as a rotating platform. Now I just want to try and get it in there. Just like that. No, I should have it. Maybe I should have the camera at a different angle. Oh, it's not square. That's not straight. Or is it? No. See if I can move it over just a little bit here. Let's try that again. Oh man. You know what? Now I think it's glued itself to the... Oh, I see what happened. Okay, I guess when I dropped it, it went sticky side down. You know, like if you got a buttered slice of bread and you drop it on the floor, it's almost guaranteed to... Okay, I'm going to try this again. Oh, why won't that stick on there? You know, is this going to be one of those things that's going to be beyond my expertise? You know, if I could just get it to stick straight and then reinforce it later. Come on. It just won't let go of the masking tape. All right. Maybe what we're going to have to try and do then is is hold this thing that's in Tony's tweezers in something like the helping hands or some sort of jig and drop these on. Oh, this is not going well, is it? It's not going well. Now, when we get backed off a little bit and you can sort of see these little parts in perspective, and I'm wondering if this is CA'd itself on there. A little bit it did. Okay, I think we're going to be okay here. The CA that's in here, though, that's history, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, when you see it in perspective, then you realize why I'm having so much trouble with it. Now, if you happen to be one of those viewers who is a bit repulsed, you might say, by seeing an insect on my model show, well, you might not want to be watching this segment here, because I'm going to be showing our weevil. And if you want to be bothered to do the math, you can figure out to the thousandths of a gram how much the weevil weighs, and how much did the little grain of rice that I dropped in there weigh. Yeah, you can figure it out. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to use the microscope, we're going to use the macro lens, we're going to do the best we can to at least do one of these on camera. Now, what am I doing inside here on this beautiful afternoon? I know you can't see the clock, but it's almost 10 after 2 in the afternoon and I'm sitting here. I should be outside enjoying this nice weather because we're not going to get many more days like this. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.